Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 2 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2873. Maximum value of an ordered triplet 1. Okay, so this problem is actually very easy. Okay, so but I will show you one more way to solve this problem. Okay, and that is going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so if you get this problem in interview, then definitely they will ask you to solve this question in of and time complexity. Okay, so first let's solve this problem using brute force, and then I will show you this method, okay, in which we are going to solve this problem in just of and time complexity. Okay, so first of all, let's read the problem statement. Okay, you are given a zero indexed integer array nums. Return the maximum value over all triplets of indices I, j and k such that I should be less than j and j should be less than k. If all such triplets have a negative value, then we have to return 0. Okay, so the value of a triplet of indices I, j, k is equal to nums of I minus nums of j into nums of k. Okay, so nums of I minus nums of j, okay, this difference, and we have to multiply it with nums of k. Okay, so now see this example number 1. Okay, and here this is my nums array. Okay, so here if we choose this index and this index, okay, so here this is 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so if I choose this as I and this as j and this as k, okay, so what I will get, nums of 0 minus nums of 2, I will get here 11, and here at nums of 4 we have 7. Okay, so 11 into 4 77. It can be shown that there are no ordered triplets of indices with the value greater than 77. Okay, so here see, constant size is very small, right? Constant size is very small. Okay, so we can also do one thing. We can run 3 loops. Okay, one I loop, one j loop, and one k loop. Okay, so I loop, we know that I should be less than j should be less than k. Okay, so I loop, it should be end here only. Okay, here only. So I can say I should end before n minus 2. Okay, so I value, it should be less than n minus 2. All right. Okay, so I should be starting from 0 and it should be less than n minus 2. Same way, j should start from I plus 1. Okay, because we need j greater than I, right? So j should start from I plus 1, and last value of j, it should be here only, because if j is here, then only I can get k, right? If j is here, then there is no possible value to get k, right? So j, we have to stop here only. So less than, I can say I plus 1 to n minus 1. Okay, less than n minus 1, it should be less than n minus 1. Okay, so here only we have to stop, right? So here n is 5, right? So 5 minus 1 4, so j should be less than 4, right? Until here only. Okay, so same way, k should be run from j plus 1. Okay, because k should be greater than j, right? J plus 1, and k final time k we can get until here, right? So it should be less than n. Okay, so we are going to run 3 loops. Okay, so and in that we are just going to calculate this particular formula. Okay, nums of I minus nums of j into nums of k, and whatever the maximum value that we are going to get, that is going to be our output. Okay, so in this case the time complexity is going to be of n cube. Okay, so this is very easy, right? Since constant size is very small, we can solve it in O of n cube time complexity, and that is why this problem is easy, right? But interviewer may ask you to solve this question in O of n, then what you will do? Okay, so that is the main question here. Okay, so first let's do one thing. Let's write the code for O of n cube. Okay, so it's very easy, we will not take much time, only few lines of code. So here long max sum, create one variable max sum, set it to 0. All right, and here one more thing we have to do here. If all such triplets have a negative value, then we have to turn 0. Okay, so here first let's calculate the length of nums array. Int n is equal to nums dot length. All right, then we have to run 3 loops. Okay, so for int I, it's going to start from 0. Okay, I is less than, here n minus 2 we have to write, and here I plus plus. Why n minus 2? Because we need j and k also after this I, right? And my j, it is going to start from I plus 1, and j, it should be less than n minus 1, right? Why n minus 1? Because we need k, 1k more after that, right? So that is why n minus 1. And same way we have to run one more loop, k loop. Okay, k, it should starting from j plus 1, right? J plus 1, and k, it should be less than n only, right? And here k plus plus. Okay, and inside this we have to calculate the maximum. So maximum, here maximum is equal to math dot max Okay, and here inside this I'm just going to pass maxsum. Okay, and here after this here we are just going to get the value in the long. Okay, so this is what we need to calculate. Okay, so just copy this, right, copy this and paste it here. That's it. Okay, and here do semicolon. Okay, that's it. So here this loop ends, and here you have just simply return max sum. Okay, so now let's run the code with the approach one and let's see if there are any code issues. So see, all the test cases has been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? And the time complexity for this one is going to be O of n cube. Okay, so this is approach one. Okay, very easy. Approach one is very easy. Now let's move to the approach two, right? So now I am going to reduce the time complexity from O of n cube to O of n. Okay, so how we are going to do that? So let's see this same example. 12, 6, 1, 2, 7. Okay, 12, then we have 6, then we have 1, then we have 2, and then we have 7. Okay, and what is the formula that we are going to use? So this is the formula, right? Nums of I minus nums of j. Okay, this is the formula. Let me just copy this formula here. Okay, this is the formula, right? So here in this formula, see, let's do one thing. Let's fix it. Okay, let's fix it. Nums of k, let's fix it. And you know that the value over value of this should be greater when this nums of I is larger and this nums of j is small. Okay, so when the difference of these two is greater, then definitely we get the max value. Okay, and here we need the max value of nums k as well, right? So how I'm going to do that? Okay, so in order to solve this problem, so here first thing that you know that the value of the triplet is maximized when nums of I and nums of j, nums of I takes the max value and nums of j takes the minimum value. And let's do one thing. Let's create one variable. Let's say I max. Okay, we can use this I max. Okay, this variable I max to maintain the maximum value of the nums of I, max value of nums of I. Okay, nums of I max I'm going to use, and I'm going to use dmax variable. Okay, dmax variable to maintain the maximum value of nums of I minus nums of j, so difference max. Okay, so I'm going to use these two variables, nums of I minus nums of j for dmax. Okay, difference max you can say, and I max for the nums of I. Okay, so this is going to maintain the maximum value. So we need the max value of this one, right? And we need the max value of this one as well overall, right? And let's fix this constant. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and during the enumeration of k, we have to update the dmax and imax. Okay, so how we are going to do that? Okay, so let's understand simply with this particular example. So this is 0 index, this is 1 index, this is 2 index, this is 3 index, this is 4 index. Okay, so now here first of all I'm going to run one single loop. Let's say my k is here. Okay, when my k is here, okay, at this particular position, so first of all I'm going to calculate the result. Okay, so initially you do one thing. Initially set this imax value to 0, this dmax set to 0, and create one more variable result. Okay, which we need to calculate in the end, and let's set it to 0 only initially. Okay, so now when my k is at this particular position, then calculate the result. So result is equal to, how we calculate the result? So math.max of inside this the previous value of result, and here inside this this dmax. Okay, this dmax is nothing but this difference. Okay, so dmax into, okay, so this is nothing but dmax. Okay, this complete circle is nothing but dmax into nums of k, right? So here I'm just going to apply this formula. So I'm calculating first this result. Okay, inside this for loop, nums of k. Okay, I'm going to calculate this. So right now my result is math.max. Okay, this is 0, and here dmax is also 0, and nums of k we have 12. Okay, so 0 into 12, dmax is also 0, so we are going to get 0 only. So right now result is going to be 0 only, right? Why so? Why result is 0 only? Because at this particular position I don't have j and k. Okay, I don't have that. Okay, so I need total 3 numbers at least for my I, j and k to be there. Okay, so that is why here 0. Okay, then after that I will update the dmax. Okay, so right now dmax, how I'm going to update my dmax? So dmax, again I am going to use this same formula, math.max. Okay, and the dmax value. Okay, we have to maintain the max value of this dmax, and here how we calculate the dmax? So we are calculating the max dmax as this value nums of I. So we want this has to be max only. Okay, so here I will write I max instead of nums of I will write I max minus, and here that particular value. Okay, so here nums of, let's say nums of k. Right now my k, where my k is at. Okay, so here if you calculate this, so d max is nothing but 0 only right now, and here I max is 0, and 0 minus nums of k, so nums of k value is 12. So minus 12 or 0, so what you are going to take, you are going to take the max difference only, so you are going to put 0 here. And then same way, first we are calculating result, then we are calculating d max. Okay, opposite way, opposite order, and then I'm going to calculate I max. Okay, I max is nothing but math.max. Okay, only these three things that we need to take care. I max is nothing but math.max of I max. Okay, whatever the I max value, and my nums of k. Okay, whatever the max, I have to take that. So here I max initially is 0. Okay, and the nums of k value is right now 12. Okay, so I will take 12 here. So now in the first step, if you see, I am calculating like this now, result. So here what is your array? 12 6 1 2 7. Okay, 12 6 1 2 and 7. Okay, so result you are calculating, then you are calculating d max, and then you are calculating I max. So in the first step, when my k is at this particular position, so you know that your result is 0, your d max value is 0, and your I max value is 12. Okay, this is done. Okay, now after that my k is going to move forward. Okay, so my k is going to move here, then again you are going to apply this same formula. Okay, so now result is going to be math.max of previous result 0, and dmax into nums of k. So dmax is also 0 from last time, and this time nums k, so nums k is nothing but 6. So again you are going to get 0 only, right? Because we need at least 3 values, right? At least 3 values. Okay, and then after that dmax we are going to calculate. So dmax is nothing but math.max of dmax. Previous dmax is 0, and here last time imax was 12. Okay, and now nums of k is 12 minus 6. Okay, so we are going to get the dmax as 6. So that is right now. So for these two numbers, 12 and 6, the difference is 6, right? But here one thing here, right? 12 6. So here how we are calculating dmax? We are calculating the dmax as nums of I minus nums of j, right? And here nums of I, uh, if you see here, we are calculating dmax as dmax, math of dmax, and here imax. So first we are writing imax. So this value we need greater now. So in the formula we have this formula nums of I. So this should be greater, right? So first we are picking this, and then we are picking, we are getting 6. So I'm writing 6 here, right? This is clear. Then we have to calculate imax. So imax is nothing but math.max of imax. Previous imax was 12, and now again it will remain 12 only. Okay, so this we have to keep max only. Okay, so this value we always want max only. Okay, so here this is going to be max. Now next time I will calculate the result. So result this time is going to be math.max of result previous time 0, and dmax previous time dmax was 6, and 6 into nums of k. Right now k value is at this, so 6 into 1, you are going to get 6 only, right? Okay, dmax 6 into nums k. Okay, done. Now you have to calculate again this dmax. So dmax is nothing but math.max. Previous time dmax was 6, and imax is 12 minus nums of k. So 12 minus 1, 11. We are getting dmax 11 now. Okay, so we have to use this, right? So 11 and 6, which is max, 11 is max, so we are going to use that. Then this time imax, again it will remain 12 only, right? Imax is nothing but maintaining the max value, imax and nums k. Okay, then we reach here. So now this is the number. Okay, my k is at this. Okay, 2. So now again we have to calculate the result. So result is 0, and dmax is dmax previous time dmax was 11. 11 into 11 into nums. Okay, 11 into 2, 12, 22. Okay, so previous time it was 11, right? And now imax is 12. Previous time what we are calculating, we are calculating dmax. So previous time dmax was 11. Okay, and imax is 12, and then minus nums. Okay, 11. Okay, so here also I'm getting 11 only, so keep 11 only, right? So 12 nums of k is 1 is 2, right? Nums of k is 2, so imax 12, so 10 we are getting. Okay, it is 2, so max we have to keep now. So here use 11 only, right? Dmax. And result, you know, dmax last time it was 11, and nums of k this time 2, 22, and the last time result was 6, so here keep max na, 11 into 2, 22. Okay, we have to keep the max, right? So how this is coming result math.max of previous time what was result 6. So now dmax into nums, okay, so dmax into nums, okay, 11 into 2 22, okay, so this now imax it will remain same only 12 only, okay. Now again we have to calculate the result, okay. So result now see, now see result, okay. Last time result was now last time my result was 22, okay. So here last time result was 22, okay. Now see carefully here, last time result was 22 and here dmax value, so this time dmax value is 11, uh, 11 into nums, okay, nums, okay, value is 7, so 11 into 7, so we will get 77, okay. So note this 77, 77, okay. And then we have to calculate dmax. So dmax last time dmax was 11, okay, dmax was 11 last time, and here imax last time imax was 12, okay. 12 minus nums of k, nums of k is nothing but 7, okay. So 12 minus 7 I would keep maximum only 11 and here it will remain 12, okay. So last time what is the result value that we have updated? It is 77. So this is what we need to return, right? So that's it in one, just one loop, okay. So here what you need to do, just remove this, okay, not required, and here delete this, okay, format the code, and then after this we have to just run k loop, okay. So k is equal to 0, k is less than n, k plus plus, and inside this first of all let's create one few variables, okay. So here you have to do long result, okay, set it to 0, then imax set it to 0, and then dmax you have to set it to 0, okay. Now inside this first you have to update the result. So result is nothing but math.max, okay, math.max of result, and here dmax into nums of k, okay. So this is going to be your result, okay. Then we have to update the dmax, okay, in opposite order. So dmax is nothing but math.max of dmax, okay, and here you have to update this as imax, okay, minus nums of k, okay. This is done, okay. Now after that you have to update the imax. So imax is nothing but math.max of here you have to update imax, and here you have to update nums of k, that's it, okay. So and in the end you have to just return what you have to return imax or result, right? So this is done, okay. So now let's run the code and see if there are any code issues. So the test cases are passed, right? And last time we were here, right? So now let's submit the solution and let's see the time complexity this time. Okay, so see our solution is accepted, right? And here the time complexity is O of n, okay. So I hope that you guys are able with both the approaches, okay. This is important, okay, O of n time complexity, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.